morning, just like any other, when I stood in front of the mirror, towel around my waist, water still dripping from my hair, and I realized something had changed. Not in the mirror, not in the gray creeping through my temples, but inside. A quiet absence, a rhythm that used to wake me before the sun now felt distant, like a song I once knew by heart but could only hum in fragments. I didn't feel broken, just disconnected, like my body had started speaking a language I no longer understood. And if you're hearing this right now, there's a chance you felt it too. That slow fade. Not dramatic, not sudden, but undeniable. The energy that used to carry you through the day now needs coaxing. The spark in your eyes, the confidence in your step, the quiet pride in your manhood, it doesn't vanish overnight. It erodes, like tides wearing down stone. But here's what no one tells you. Your body isn't failing you. It's waiting for you, waiting for a signal, a reminder, a gentle nudge that says, I'm still here. I still want to live. And what if I told you that the most powerful tool to send that signal is already in your hands? Not metaphorically, I mean literally. Right now, as you listen, your palms, those hands you've used to work, to hold, to love, to fight, to build, hold a quiet power most men never discover. Not magic, not myth, but biology, ancient, intelligent, and beautifully wired. And today I want to show you how, with just 3 simple points on your palm, you can begin to reawaken your circulation, calm your nervous system, and reignite a vitality that never truly left. It just got buried under years of stress, silence, and stillness. But before I do, I need to ask you something. Where are you in this journey? Are you the man who still feels strong but senses the shadows creeping in? Are you the one who's tried everything? Pills, devices, diets, but nothing sticks? Or are you the one who's stopped asking the question altogether, convinced this is just how it is now? I want to know, because this isn't just my story, it's ours. So when you get a moment, drop a word in the comments, just one, still here. Let me know you're with me. Let me know you're ready to remember what it feels like to be alive in your own skin. Because what I'm about to share, it's not a quick fix. It's a homecoming. Let me ask you something strange. When was the last time you looked at your hands? Not to check the time, not to wash them, not to grip the steering wheel, but to see them, to notice the life pulsing beneath the surface. Your palms are not just tools, they're transmitters. Think about it. You shake hands, and in an instant, you feel the other person's energy. You hold your wife's hand, and without a word, comfort passes between you. You clench your fist in frustration, and your whole body tenses. Why? Because your hands are wired to your nervous system like no other part of your body. Neuroscience calls it the cortical homunculus, a map of the body in your brain. And guess what takes up the most space? Your hands and your face. That means every time you move your fingers, touch something, press a point on your palm, your brain lights up like a city at night. And deep within that network, there are 3 specific points, tiny, unassuming spots that, when stimulated, can send signals that ripple through your entire system. Not with drugs, not with surgery, but with intention. I first learned about this not in a lab, but in a quiet village in the mountains of northern Thailand. I was traveling, recovering from my own burnout, when I met an old healer named Ajahn Noy. He didn't speak much English, I didn't speak Thai, but he took my hand, pressed a spot in the center of my palm, and said one word, remember. And something shifted, not immediately, not dramatically, but over the next few days I slept deeper, my chest felt lighter, and for the first time in years, I woke up with that familiar thrum of energy, like my body was saying, we're back. That moment changed everything, because I realized we've been taught to look outside ourselves for solutions. But the real power, the quiet, persistent force of healing, has always been within. And your palm? It's not just skin and bone. It's a control panel, a direct line to your heart, your blood, your nervous system, even your sexuality. And after 60, that connection becomes everything. Let me be clear, this isn't about performance. It's about presence. It's about waking up and feeling your body again. It's about looking in the mirror and recognizing the man who's still in there. So let's begin. Close your right hand. Now open it slowly. Look at the center, that soft, fleshy dip just below where your middle and index fingers meet. That's Lao Gong. In traditional Chinese medicine, this point is called the palace of labor, not because it's for work, but because it's where life is managed. When you press Lao Gong, you're not just touching skin, you're sending a message to your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body that says, it's safe to rest, it's safe to heal, it's safe to love. Here's how it works. When you're stressed, chronically stressed, your body stays in fight or flight mode. Blood rushes to your limbs, your heart races, your muscles tense, but your pelvis, it gets neglected. Blood flow slows, tissues stiffen. And over time, the natural reflexes, the morning rise, the spontaneous desire fade. Lao Gong is the off-ramp from that highway of stress. When you stimulate it, you signal your brain, we're not under attack, we can relax. And when the brain believes that, something incredible happens. Your blood vessels dilate, your heart rate slows, and blood begins to flow, not just to your brain and muscles, but to every part of you, including the places that matter. Here's how to activate it. Sit quietly. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. With your left thumb, press gently into the center of your right palm. Circle slowly, clockwise for about 90 seconds. Not hard. Just enough to feel it. Then switch hands. Do this every morning, or every night, or both. And pay attention. Some men feel warmth spreading up their arm. Others feel a softening in their chest. Some don't feel anything at first, and that's okay. The body remembers slowly, but it does remember. Now look at the webbing between your ring finger and your little finger. Press down gently. There's a small hollow there, soft, almost hidden. That's Zafu. I call this the silence button, because when you press it, you're not just touching a point. You're interrupting the noise, the worry, the replaying of conversations, the what-ifs that keep you up at night. Zafu connects directly to the vagus nerve, the longest nerve in your body, responsible for calming your heart, slowing your breath, and telling your gut it's okay to digest. And here's the truth. Sexual health isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's mental. If your mind is racing, your body cannot relax into intimacy. But when you press Zafu, especially with slow, deep breaths, you're telling your nervous system, we don't need to be alert right now. We can be present. And when the mind quiets, the body opens. To activate it, rest your hand on your lap. Use your opposite thumb to press into the soft space between the ring and little finger. Hold for 60 seconds. Breathe. Feel for a slight tingle, a pulse, a release. Switch hands. Do this when you're stressed. Do it before bed. Do it when you're sitting at your desk, feeling the weight of the day. This point won't erase your problems, but it will help you carry them differently. Now turn your hand over. Look at the back. Between the base of your thumb and your index finger, there's a dip, a natural valley. That's Hegu, or Union Valley. In acupuncture, this is one of the most powerful points for releasing tension and improving circulation. But here's what most people don't know. Hegu doesn't just affect local blood flow. It sends signals to your entire vascular system. Think of it like turning on a faucet in your basement. It doesn't just fill one pipe. It pressurizes the whole system. When you press Hegu, you're not just warming your hand. You're warming your core. You're telling your body, let the blood move. Let the energy rise. And for men over 60, this is critical. Because as we age, small blood vessels stiffen, circulation slows, and the tissues that depend on rich oxygenated blood, like those in the pelvic region, begin to atrophy. But Hegu can help reverse that. Not overnight, but consistently. To activate it, press the valley between the thumb and index finger on the back of your hand. Use firm but gentle pressure. Hold for 1 minute. Breathe deeply. Switch hands. Some men feel a tingle down their arm. Others feel a wave of warmth in their chest. And over time, they feel lighter, like the weight of years is slowly lifting. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Pressing 3 points won't magically turn back the clock. But doing it every day, that's where the magic happens. Because consistency isn't boring. It's devotion. It's you saying, I matter. My health matters. My vitality matters. So here are 5 simple ways to make this practice stick and work even better. First, warm your hands before you start. Soak them in warm water, not hot, just warm, for 3 to 5 minutes. This isn't just about comfort. Warmth dilates blood vessels. It softens tissue. It makes your nerves more responsive. It's like warming up your engine before a long drive. Do this at night. Pair it with a cup of ginger tea. Make it a ritual. Second, add a scent that calms. After drying your hands, rub in a little lotion, something with lavender, bergamot, or orange. Smell is the most primal of our senses. It bypasses the thinking brain and goes straight to emotion. And when you pair touch with scent, you create a conditioned response. Soon, just the smell of lavender will make your body relax. Third, eat one thing that fuels you. 30 minutes before bed, eat a banana with a few walnuts. Bananas are rich in potassium, essential for smooth muscle function and blood flow. Walnuts? Packed with omega-3s, which support testosterone and reduce inflammation. It's not a miracle meal, but it's a signal to your body and your subconscious that you're choosing nourishment. Fourth, wake up your fingertips. Before pressing the points, tap your fingertips lightly on a table. Just 30 seconds. Tap, tap, tap. This activates the peripheral nerves. It's like waking up your hands before you use them. You'll feel more sensation, more connection. Fifth, keep your hands warm at night. After your routine, put on thin cotton gloves. Keeping your hands warm improves circulation all night. It helps your body stay in deep, restorative sleep. And deep sleep, that's where healing happens. Let me tell you something most men never hear. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. I've seen 70-year-olds with more fire than 30-year-olds, and 40-year-olds who feel like they're already fading. It's not about time, it's about attention. Your body is not a machine that wears out. It's a living, breathing, responding system. And when you give it the right signals, gentle, consistent, loving signals, it responds. It doesn't matter if you've ignored it for years. It doesn't matter if you felt broken. Your body is still listening. And these 3 points, they're not hacks. They're invitations. Invitations to come back home, to feel your blood move, to feel your heartbeat with purpose, to feel desire, not as performance, but as life. If you've made it this far, I want you to know something. I see you. I see the man who still wants to be strong, the man who still wants to feel connected, the man who refuses to accept that this is just how it is. And I'm here to tell you, you're right. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to chase pills or procedures or quick fixes. You just have to start with your hands, with your breath, with 5 minutes a day. And over time, slowly, quietly, beautifully, your body will begin to remember. The energy will return, the confidence will rise, and one morning you'll wake up and realize I'm still here, not because of a pill, not because of a device, but because you chose to care. So if this resonated with you, do me a favor, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, because this is just the beginning. We're going to talk about sleep, about hormones, about mindset, about how to live with power, not just after 60, but at any age. And if you're ready, leave a comment. Still here. Let's build a community of men who refuse to fade, men who choose to awaken. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And thank you for still being you. I'll see you in the next one.